Hey guys, Beast1210. Got a lot of comments as far as you'll notice in some of my videos. I have very specific ultralight type packing gear. I dabble in a little bushcraft, but overall, I just enjoy the outdoors. However, I can get it really. And one of the things I've always liked that I've said many times are the MRE meals. Specifically in the winter, when you can keep hiking while your MRE is heating. If you pull out your MRE heater, throw it in there, put it back in the cardboard, throw it back in your pack, and keep hiking. And get down the road another 10-15 minutes or so. In bear country, there's a lot of times I won't take MREs due to all the like excess baggage. There's a lot of leftover stuff, garbage that you have to pack out, and I just don't like dealing with a lot of that. So that's why I take a lot of the homemade foods if I'm worried about bears. But there's another trick with the bear country is you can also set up camp just enough to fix yourself a good meal. Get all those food odors and residues at that campsite, but don't make a full camp. You're just basically stopping to have dinner. And then use that food energy, those food calories, to push yourself down, another 10 miles or so down the road, and maybe not quite 10 miles, but you get the drift. Get yourself down a couple miles and set up camp for the night. So you utilize that food energy as a positive energy for hiking. So in this, what I kind of want to do, and it's not fair to compare the whole thing, but I want to give you a rough weight. This is macaroni and cheese. It could be, any old one. Let's see if I can raise this up a little bit. Could be any old meal, really. But it weighs 7¼ ounces. So we're going to put in the 2 cups of water required, and then we're going to weigh it afterwards. And an entire MRE, this is menu number 2, barbecue pork rib, is 1 pound 9¾ ounces. So not quite shy of 2 pounds, but over 1.5 pounds. And I'm going to pull the meal apart, and we'll weigh the actual just entrees separately. Alright, now to be totally fair, the average mountain house you're going to see is serves 2 people. Trying to see here the serving size, half a container. Doesn't really break it down per se, but if I'm hiking a good amount and not just on some silly little day hike, I'll eat that myself. So to be fair, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pork ribs, took them out of the box. That's 3¾ ounce, and the side dish, which is clam chowder in this one. Because if I was hiking all day, I would eat all of that. We're at 9 1/8, and the barbecue sauce is really part of the ribs. So we're just over 10 1/8 ounce. I left out the beverage powders, the pound cake, the cheese, the wheat snacks, and the little condiment pack. But let's see how much just the boxes weigh. 1.5 ounces, so it's not nothing. But let's go ahead and put that right now. Take the little flavor saver out. There's freeze-dried macaroni and cheese. It looks like little cheesy poofs. That's right. My Snow Peak. I was measuring on the side. I got 16 ounces, 2 cups already. Oh yeah, you can hear that sizzle. Grab my spoon. I'll stir this up because I know the macaroni and cheese tend to have a lot of powder in them, so it helps to give them a good little stir. And then while that's cooking, that's pretty hot. We're going to weigh this sucker. Now, with the water, this weighs in at 1 pound, 7¼ ounces. So it with its water weight, it is a 2-serving meal. Now, of course, you're not carrying the water weight with you, but maybe you are. Maybe you aren't next to a lake. Maybe you are packing your water separately. So I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I enjoy the Mountain House meals. I like the ultralight, capacity of the freeze-dried foods. But my contention all along was that these are ready to eat. This is like opening up a can of something. I've ate these cold many, many times. Not to mention, you've got a very complete packet with, instead of eating, all macaroni and cheese, you get a little bit of everything. You feel like you got a deserving meal. And I wish I had the box. I'll see if I can try and find it. But this guy does give some nutrition facts here. Beverage base, vitamin C. So throughout all your meal, my cheese spread, my crackers, shakes, which by the way, the dairy shakes are recalled, so don't eat any of the dairy shakes. But it gave you a little bit of calcium. That was the only thing along with the cheese. But you can see the idea behind a full meal is obviously getting multiple calories. And if I had the box, I'll see if I can find another one that details a little bit. Alright, this is called What's in an MRE. And for those kids you want, each MRE provides an average of 1,250 kilocalories. Calories from protein is 13%, fat is 35%, and your carbohydrates is 52%. That's where all your energy comes from. I won't bore you with all of it, but it kind of tells you why you're getting protein to maintain your tissue and water balance, primary energy source, carbohydrates, fat, that kind of stuff. So some of these boxes have a little bit more interesting factoids on them. But I just want you to, put that in your head that even though these are ultralight, if you're in an area where you're carrying in your water, that's 1 pound, 7 ounces. The other one was 1 pound, 9 ounces. The entire MRE together, with the crackers and the cheese and the napkin and the matches and the sauce and stuff. So I just want to kind of point that out. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Alright, over the last couple days, I finished off having the MRE meal. And now what we're going to assume here is, I just want to show you the amount of bulk and waste that you really can't get rid of. This is all metal lined plastic or just regular plastic, stuff that I wouldn't really want to burn. You wouldn't want to bury, you wouldn't want to leave behind. And so I kind of want to point out, this is assuming you ate the gum. This is assuming that maybe you used the cardboard boxes to light a fire, used all the matches and burned that in the fire, used the toilet paper, whether for its intended purpose or to light a fire, and the moist towelette I'm actually leaving out as well. So this is 1 3/4 ounce, but the actual bulk that you'd have to pack out comes to 5 1/4 ounces. So initially we decided that it was 1 pound 9 ounces on the MRE, and with water, the Mountain House was 1 pound, I think 7 ounces. This empty shell is 3/4 ounce. So that's all you're hiking out is this empty package. It's even thinner material initially than the MRE. So pick your poison. They have their place depending on what your activities are, what your intended use is. But I kind of would dispel the whole, that these are too heavy and too bulky to pack. And yeah, you've got excess bulk you do have to carry out. But you have to carry your water somehow. And with the water in both of these, it was essentially equal. and that's kind of what I wanted to get across. But that's comparing the freeze-dried to an MRE. Thanks, guys.